In this video, I will go over the procedure to create a multi-view drawing with an auxiliary view. Auxiliary views are commonly used for designs that have features that are on inclined surfaces. For the angle-based design, the hole at the center is on the inclined surface. It will be difficult to add proper dimensions for the hole using the standard views. One of the golden rules in engineering graphics is that dimensions must be placed on views that show true size and shape of the feature. For this particular design, we will start with the front view and then create an auxiliary view projected off the front view. So let's begin. First, I'm going to use the construction lines command. Create a horizontal line and vertical line to represent the lower left-hand corner of the front view. In the status toolbar, switch off the snap option. Use the offset command. Enter 3 inches as the offset distance, which is the width of the design, and the height of the design is 2.5. Looking at the different corners in the design, I also need a 1-inch offset from the bottom line and left vertical line. We also need a .375 line measuring from the bottom edge. We're ready to create the outline of the front view, so let's set the object lines layer as the current layer. Activate the line command. We'll start at the lower left-hand corner and create line segments forming the outline of the front view of the design. Now I need a line that is at a 45-degree angle. Let's switch on the polar tracking option. Now pressing down on the polar tracking option, the angle increment list is displayed. Let us set to use the 45-degree option. AutoCAD will now show the line alignment at a 45-degree increment. With the object snap tracking option turned on, I can snap to the intersection of the 45-degree line and the top horizontal line. Continue to click at the next intersection, and now I need another 45-degree line segment intersecting with the left vertical line. Right-click and choose Close to complete the front view profile. Near the bottom of the front view, I also need an object line running across. Using the line command, create the line. We're ready to create the profile of the auxiliary view and finish the views with the hidden lines and center lines. In the auxiliary view, the hole will be shown as true size and shape. We can therefore add the associated dimensions in the auxiliary view. To start, use the offset command, and we'll leave 2 inches space between the views. I'm going to offset off the front view. Pick the edge view of the inclined surface. Place the line above the reference line. Usually it is a good idea to concentrate on the features we want to display in the auxiliary view. This will help us to identify the direction to construct the auxiliary view. Select the line we just created and add another line above it. Now I'm going to add a few more construction lines to help the construction of the auxiliary view. So let's switch to using the construction layer as the current layer. Activate the construction line command. Create the first construction line by connecting the 2 endpoints of the 2 lines. This will align the line in the direction of the auxiliary view. We'll use the offset command to help create the rest of the construction lines. Instead of using a distance, we'll right-click and choose Through. The Through option allows us to create offset lines by selecting locations on the screen. Pick the construction line we just created. Now snapping to the endpoints of the existing objects to create the additional offset lines. Let's set the object lines layer as the current layer. Use the line command, and we'll first complete the boundary of the inclined surface. Connect the corners of the object lines in the auxiliary view. The rectangle represents the boundary of the inclined surface. Next, we'll add the center lines to locate the center of the circle. Set the center lines layer as the current layer. Use the line command. Hold down the Shift key and right mouse click once to bring up the Object Snap option list. Choose midpoint. Pick the front edge of the auxiliary view. Repeat the same steps and snap to the midpoint of the back edge. Repeat the line command. Hold down the Shift key and right click. Choose midpoint. Pick the top left object edge. Repeat the same steps and snap to the midpoint of the bottom right edge. The intersection of the two lines is the center point location for the whole feature. Let's also add the center line in the front view. Repeat with the line command. With the auto track option turned on, it is fairly easy to create the center line. Set the object lines layer as the current layer. We'll add a circle. Select the center diameter option. The center is right at the intersection of the two center lines. The diameter of the circle is 1.5. Let's complete the auxiliary view, and we'll use the offset command to show the outer profile of the design. So distance is 0.5 and offset this line on top. This side and also this line below. We can adjust the length of the lines using the grip editing approach. We'll extend this endpoint out to the intersection. Now we'll also edit the other end and it should stop at this location. So using the construction lines and the grip editing tools, we can adjust the locations of the endpoints very quickly. So let's create some additional lines showing the complete profile. Use the line command and connect the two endpoints. Repeat the line command and use the auto track option to establish the location. We'll adjust the edges of the inclined surface. We'll use the line command again and create the line on top and two short lines below it. And so once we have the whole feature in the auxiliary view, we can project the feature back to the front view. We'll use the offset command to create a few more construction lines. Choose the through option. Select one of the construction lines. Click right at the intersection. And we need one more line on the other side. These lines show the location of the hidden hole feature in the front view. Let's switch to the hidden lines layer. And we'll use the line command. Create two hidden lines for the hole in the front view. We have created a lot of lines and it can be confusing to look at. Turn off the construction lines layer. I'm going to extend the center lines out a bit. According to the ANSI drafting standard, center lines should extend beyond the features about 1/4 of an inch. Although we do not need to actually measure the distance, we should try to make it roughly at that distance. Center lines can also be used to indicate symmetry. We have created the necessary views for the design. In this video, I will go over the procedure to create a multi-view drawing with a section view. In engineering graphics, section views are created by passing an imaginary cutting plane through the part and then creating a cutaway view of the part. This way, the features on the inside are shown much more clearly. So let's begin. Click on the new file icon, and we will select Use a Template. Use the CAD title template we have created in the previous chapter. We will begin by creating construction lines to set up the key points of the design. Activate the construction line command. The intersection of these two lines will be used as the center location of the front view. In the status toolbar, turn off the snap option. In the layer control toolbar, switch to using the object lines layer as the current layer. Activate the center diameter circle command to first create circles in the front view. Click on the intersection of the two construction lines to set the center point location of the new circle. Enter 4 inches as the diameter of the circle. The second circle shares the same center point as the first circle, and the diameter is 9 inches. The third circle also has the center point aligned at the same center, and the diameter is 16 inches. For the front view, we also need a circle that displays as a hidden line. In the layer control toolbar, switch to using the hidden lines layer as the current layer. Activate the center diameter circle command. Select the same center point location. Enter 6 as the diameter. For the front view, we also need a circle that is used to indicate the location of the 4 smaller holes. In the layer control toolbar, switch to using the center lines layer as the current layer. Activate the center diameter circle command. Select the same center point location. Enter 12 as the diameter. We will next create the 4 smaller holes in the front view. In the layer control toolbar, switch to using the object lines layer as the current layer. Activate the center diameter circle command. Select the intersection on the right of the horizontal line and the circle on the center lines layer. This is the center point location for one of the smaller holes. Enter 2 as the diameter. Now, instead of creating the other circles individually, let us use the circular array command to make copies faster. In the Modify toolbar, select the polar array command. Pick the small circle we just created. Right mouse click once to accept the selection. AutoCAD now expects us to indicate the center point for the array. Pick the same center location of the front view. In the Number of Items box, enter 4 to create 4 items. Confirm the fill angle is set to 360. Click Close Array to accept the settings and create the array. Now that the front view is completed, we will continue to work on the side view. Activate the Offset command. Enter 12 as the offset distance. Pick the vertical construction line, and click on the right side to place another vertical line. Hit the spacebar once to end the command. Hit the spacebar again to repeat the last command. The thickness of the part is 5 inches. Select the vertical line we just created and place another vertical line to the right. Repeat the offset command and create another line 1 inch away from the last line we created. We are ready to create the object lines in the side view. Confirm the object lines layer is still set as the current layer. Activate the line command. In the status toolbar, switch on the object snap tracking option, and we will start drawing the outline of the side view. The advantage of using construction lines in the auto track option is that we can go to the corresponding locations very quickly. Let us switch off the construction lines. For the side view, we need some lines indicating the inside features. Activate the offset command. Enter 1 as the offset distance. Pick the vertical edge on the left, and place an offset line to the right. Repeat the offset command. Enter 1.5 as the offset distance. Create 2 offset lines, one on top and one below. Now we will use the grip editing tool and adjust the 3 lines we just created. Next, we will add some center lines. Set the center lines layer as the current layer. Activate the line command. We will first draw 2 center lines in the front view. With the auto track option turned on, we can very quickly create lines that are aligned to the existing objects. We will now add 3 center lines in the side view. Notice that I can align to multiple objects with the auto track option. Let us also add some object lines showing the holes in the side view. Set the object lines layer as the current layer. Activate the line command. Now the side view is going to be a section view. In the front view, we are cutting through the center of the design. So the side view is showing only half of the design and cutting marks are right through the center. In the side view, we only need to indicate the small hole on top, the large hole at the center, and the small hole at the bottom. Now we are ready to create the cross hatch. Set the section lines layer as the current layer. Activate the hatch command. By default, AutoCAD expects us to select the regions to add the section lines indicating where the cut happened. Click Close to end the hatch command. Notice the cross hatch marks are a bit too dense. Let us adjust this. Select any of the section lines, and the settings are displayed on top. Let us double the spacing. Enter 2 in the hatch pattern scale box. Hit close to accept the settings. And we have completed our design with a section view.